Hi guys, good afternoon and welcome back once again to the EdWord. I'm your host Eddie, and in today's video I'll be discussing what I thought of the latest and very good episode of The Boys. It dropped its newest episode today. It may be the 4th of July. Happy 4th to everybody, but it is also Thursday, which means a new episode of our favorite dark Amazon Prime series. Now, before I get into all of that, please be warned, this is a spoiler-filled review, so if you're not caught up on The Boys by the most recent episode, which is episode 6 of season 4, you don't want to keep watching or listening, as I will be discussing spoilers, plot details, character stuff, all that jazz. That being said, you have been warned. Let's dive right back into it. First and foremost, wow, what an episode. I mean, poor Huey, man, he can't catch a fucking break this season. First, his dad gets sick and then ends up dying. His mom re-enters the picture after being absent for almost his whole life. And, you know, the personal, intimate secret about his girlfriend gets revealed. And now he's held captive by a lunatic where he was about to be tortured to death via BDSM style. Granted, it wasn't going to be done because of BDSM, it was going to be done in a BDSM-type prison. And thankfully, the ladies got there just in time to stop that shit from happening. But I do like how Huey pointed out, how do you punish a masochist? Because they're trying to torture or hurt him. And, of course, he's into it. Tech Knight is into it. And then, of course, when the sidekick breaks free and they realize, oh, we could hurt him financially. And, of course, they start donating to all of these left-wing social justice causes and organizations. And that is what is torture to him. I thought, oh, that's funny and that's brilliant. Speaking of funny, oh, God, I lost it when Mother's Milk went to go see the actual web weaver, and then he farted and a little bit of a silk landed right on Mother's Milk's face. Oh, God. Oh, man, that was something else. Funny. For a second there, I thought Sister Sage was really dead. I'm like, well, her power isn't being invincible. It's being super smart to the smartest person on Earth. However, it wasn't too surprising to see that she did survive. Granted, she's now got significant brain damage, as she herself admitted to Homelander before they could carry out their grand plan scheme to America's right-wing politicians. But this will put a damper in their little global takeover plan now that Sage has been taken out of play, so to speak. So it makes sense that her skull is literally that thick. Or if she's so smart, she's created a way to protect her skull or her cranium from long-term brain damage. Now, whether this is short-term or long-term brain damage, is she going to be goofy and silly for the rest of the season, if not the rest of the series? Maybe. Could she recover from this and still serve as Homelander's right hand? Yeah, absolutely. It's just a matter of knowing when and how long it'll take. It could be before the end of the season, and if she survives this season, maybe by the 5th and final season, she'll be back to feeling like her normal self. Who knows? But only time will tell. Great episode overall, though. You know, I was getting a little nervous there for Huey for a while, but then thankfully the ladies showed up in just the nick of time. I love Kamiko's clever usage of trying to communicate with A-Train since she lost her cell phone, using book titles and whatnot to get her point across. I also like how A-Train seemed to appreciate the enthusiasm the little boy gave off when he smiled at him after dropping off Mother's Milk at the hospital there. Maybe that awakens something within A-Train. Oh, this is what it's like to be a real hero, to be an actual hero, not some corporate sellout or, you know, just a puppet in the machine, so to speak. And we got a big reveal with Homelander, with Butcher. Now, this was theorized and speculated on the internet, so I wouldn't say it was necessarily ruined for me, but it was a theory that I saw shared, and I thought, well, damn, if that's true, it's kind of a big spoiler there. But sadly, the theory came true. Although, frankly, I wasn't that surprised because I was starting to suspect it myself. Plus, in terms of spoilers, if that's the worst that was ruined for me, I don't mind. Excuse me. Pardon me. But Kessler, lo and behold, is a figment of Butcher's twisted imagination as a result of his cancer that's spread to his brain. And of course, it's interesting how Becca seems to represent whatever humanity he has left, and Kessler seems to represent everything bad about him, his inner darkness, his bad conscience, where, you know, it's like Becca is his good conscience, his humanity, trying to keep him tethered to reality, where Kessler, in the form of his now confirmed dead friend, whom apparently he left to die on the field during an operation that went bad back in the day. Apparently, that friend has taken the form of his bad conscience, or his dark half, and he's like, well, fuck everybody if it means getting Homelander. Who cares if we commit global genocide in the process? Because it sounds like, according to the one-legged scientist, the only way, and the reason he's reluctant to do it, is because he has soups in his life he cares about, like Victoria Newman and her daughter. And, of course, Butcher has soups in his life that he cares about, more or less, like Annie and Kamiko. And if he doesn't feel strongly about them, his closer friends do, like Frenchie and Huey, of course. And there's a lot of soups out there who aren't corrupt or not evil, not like Homelander or the rest of the Seven. But a lot of people would basically die. But Butcher seems to be inching towards Kessler's side of things, of like not giving a damn if they commit genocide in the process, as long as they take Homelander down. That's all that matters. But now, will Butcher listen to his darker half or his lighter half? Only time will tell. And we've only got 2 episodes left this season, guys. 2 episodes left this season. But it's getting really, really good. Granted, it's been great the whole time, but these episodes just continue to one-up themselves with each story that they tell. At least I think they do. Oh, I also liked how Firecracker very wisely but kind of grossly showed her loyalty to Homelander by breastfeeding him and proving she's not the leak. And now, of course, they realize Cameron Coleman wasn't the leak, somebody else is, and now they got to figure out who that is. And it's too bad, because I suspect A-Train might be dead before the end of this season, right when he's starting to turn a new leaf too, which of course would be tragic, but that's one of the many themes played in this show, is tragedy. So, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you like it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Were you expecting more, expecting less? Let me know what you think down below in the comments section. Any predictions for the next 2 episodes of this season? Have a wonderful rest of your 4th. Stay safe, stay cool, and of course, until next time, may the Force be with you.